up, everyone? I'm Quan with Quan L. Smith Photography. Today, I'm taking you on a photograph challenge inspired by Brandon Cole.
I got a new video for you guys. It is my on location challenge that I was challenged by somebody else. One camera, one lens.
Brandon, challenge accepted. The idea is simple. Go to a location that you've never photographed before, arrive during normal hours, deal with the conditions as you find them, and create something special. I love this challenge because it removes one of the most common excuses we make as photographers. We tell ourselves that we need a better studio. We need a more dramatic location, perfect weather, more equipment. But creatively, it isn't only about what you have, it's about what you can see. For this challenge, we went to an Airbnb that I've never photographed before. I didn't have every photograph planned. I didn't know exactly where the sunlight would fall, and I didn't know which part of the property would actually work once I looked through the camera. We had our model Cess. I had my A1. We brought some lighting, and we had several wardrobe options that could work the warm tropical atmosphere of the property. Our goal was to explore the location, respond to what we found, and create a series of portraits with different visual identities. I didn't want 10 versions of the same photograph. I wanted each section of the property to give us a different mood and a different story. Whenever I enter a new location, I don't start by thinking about the poses. First, I study the space. I look at the direction of the light. I look for clean backgrounds. I look at the colors, shapes, textures, and lines. I also look for distractions. The challenge is to reduce the location to the elements that support the photograph. This Airbnb gave us several interesting ingredients. We had the white walls, tropical plants, woven furniture, a hanging chair, decorative stones, a swimming pool, aka jacuzzi, and also open landscape and an outdoor shower. The sunlight was strong. Midday sun can be difficult for portraits because it creates deep shadows and very bright highlights. But difficult light isn't always a bad thing. Strong sunlight can create beautiful separation, bold shapes, and interesting patterns when the model is positioned carefully. We began with a simple lifestyle portrait. Cess wore a white crochet outfit, which worked beautifully with the natural wall and the warm tones of the woven chair. We added an orange mug to create one concentrated point of color. For this photograph, I didn't want dramatic fashion poses. I wanted to feel like a quiet moment, something natural, almost as if we were observing Cess enjoying a slow morning instead of directing a photo shoot. This was our first completed scene. A chair, a cup, a clean wardrobe, and controlled light were enough to begin telling a story. Our next location was a decorative stone area with several small cylindrical seats. It probably wasn't designed for a portrait set. That was exactly why I wanted to use it. The circular seat gave Cess a natural posing point, while the stones added texture and helped lead the viewer's eyes toward her. This expression became the photograph. The lighting and the composition brought us to the moment, but her personality completed it. Next, we moved to one of the strongest design elements in the property, a woven hanging chair. When I first looked at the chair, I noticed that the sunlight was passing through the weave and creating irregular shadows. At first, those shadows looked like a problem. They were falling across Cess's face, arms, and clothing. But instead of trying to remove them, I decided to make them part of the portrait. The chair created a natural oval frame around Cess. The sunlight created an organic pattern. And the texture worked perfectly with the bohemian styling of her outfit. I asked her to bring her knee up, extend her leg toward the camera, and place one hand near the edge of the chair. The result of this portrait could have only been made at that exact place and at that exact time. We then moved the rattan lounge chair, and it gave us another challenge. How could we use this similar background and the same piece of furniture without making every photograph look identical. Cess wore a simple white bikini, which created a clean, spring or summer-like portrait. But changing the clothes wasn't enough. We also changed the body language, the position of the light, and the emotional tone. For the next look, we added a lace cover-up. That gave a second portrait more editorial feeling. Same chair, same background, complete different mood. That was an important reminder. You don't always need to find another location. Sometimes you need to change the gesture. After that, we moved to the swimming pool. The pool presented a new set of problems. The background was much brighter, the water was reflective, and the open landscape could easily pull attention away from Cess. For this setup, she changed it to an orange swimsuit. That color was an important creative decision because it separated her from the green and blue tones surrounding the pool. For this portrait, I widened the composition. I used the edge of the pool as a strong horizontal line. Cess reclined along the edge with one leg extended, the other knee bent, and both arms reaching above her head. Her body followed the horizontal shape of the pool. The landscape gave the photograph a feeling of openness. The moving water in the foreground added another layer of depth and energy. For our final setup, we used the outdoor shower. This may have been the most unpredictable part of the shoot. Water can easily cover the eyes, interrupt an expression, or create distracting highlights. The timing has to be right. But when the sunlight catches the droplets, the water can add movement and energy that would be difficult to create with a static pose. I asked Cess to place both hands in her hair, turn her face slightly toward the light, close her eyes, and hold her shoulders back. The white wall kept the background simple. The plants anchored the bottom of the frame. The orange swimsuit gave us strong points of color, and the suspended water droplets created the final layer of magic. That became one of my favorite photographs from the entire session. It didn't require an elaborate setup. It required observation, timing, direction, and a willingness to experiment. We entered one unfamiliar Airbnb and created several completely different scenes. We created a quiet lifestyle portrait, a joyful environmental portrait, a framed portrait in a hanging chair, two different rattan lounge chair concepts, several completely different pool photographs, and several dramatic portraits under the outdoor shower. The property didn't change, our way of seeing it did. That may be the most important lesson I'm taking from Brandon Cole's challenge. Creating something from nothing doesn't mean that absolutely nothing was there. Creativity is the process of turning ordinary ingredients into something intentional. So Brandon, 8 years later, challenge accepted, and thank you for the inspiration. And I want to pass this challenge to you. Choose a safe location you have never photographed before. It doesn't need to be expensive. It doesn't need to be spectacular. It doesn't even need to look like a photography location. Give yourself one model, 1 hour, and whatever equipment you already own. Study the light, pay attention to the colors and textures, use what is already present, then try to create photographs that look as though they came from completely different locations. If you accept this challenge, tag me and leave the link in the comments so that I can watch it. I would love to see what you create, and let me know which photograph from today's session was your favorite. If you enjoyed this behind the scenes photo shoot, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications for more portrait photography, lighting, and real world creative challenges. I'm Quan from Quan L. Smith Photography. Remember, you don't always need a better location. Sometimes you just need to look at the current location differently. Keep creating, and I'll see you on the next one.